150 veterans, including 3 former IAF chiefs and 4 former Navy officers and 4 Indian Armed Force chiefs, wrote a letter to the President of India slamming the political party's politicization of armed forces and how it is the unusual and completely unacceptable practice of taking credits for military operation in their election rallies. In the letter dated of April 11th, the veteran said, and I quote, "We hereby respectfully urge you to take all necessary steps to urgently direct all political parties that they must forthwith desist of the using of military uniforms or symbols and any action by military formations or personnel for political purposes or to further their political agendas." The letter spoke about how the political leaders taking credits for military operations like the recent cross-border strike and even being called as Modi ki Sena, referring to the recent comments by the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath.
देश के लोग आतंकवादियों को बिरयानी खिलाते थे और मोदी जी की सेना आतंकवादियों को गोली और गोला देती है। यही अंतर है।
In a previous report titling BJP's Army Campaign Pitch, where we have shown how the Prime Minister of our country asked the first-time voters to dedicate their first vote in the name of soldiers who carried out the Balakot airstrike.
क्या आपका पहला वोट पाकिस्तान के बालाकोट में एयर स्ट्राइक करने वाले वीर जवानों के नाम समर्पित हो सकता है क्या? मैं मेरे फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर से कहना चाहता हूं कि आपका पहला वोट पुलवामा में जो वीर शहीद हुए, उन वीर शहीदों के नाम आपका वोट समर्पित हो सकता है क्या?
The letter has also pointed out how the media pictures of election platforms and campaigns in which party workers are seen carrying military uniforms and posters and images with pictures of soldiers and especially of Indian Air Force Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman being displayed. The letter stated that such misuse of armed forces, which is established under the Constitution of India and under the command of the President of India, would impinge adversely on the morale and fighting efficiency of serving men and women in uniform of our country. The veteran suggested that they were also echoing the sentiments of serving officers across the board. Retired officers said that they had a finger on the pulse, so to speak, and hence were bringing up to the Supreme Commander's attention concerns which have caused considerable alarm and disquiet among both the serving and the retired personnel. Expressing the displeasure over BJP politicizing the armed forces into election rally speech, Congress spokesperson Priyanka Chaturvedi had also slammed the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Felt compelled to come forward and express their displeasure at the immense politicization that the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing over the valor of our armed forces. It is extremely unfortunate that here is a political party which is at the helm of the affairs, finds it absolutely all right to politicize and pull in a political army and armed forces for their own political narrative and their own political gains. Over 156 veterans of the Indian Armed Forces have written a letter to President Kovind ji yesterday. If you remember, President Kovind ji, who was kept away when the Army Memorial was being inaugurated, is also the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. Out of these 156 Army veterans, we have 8 former Chiefs of Army, Navy and the Air Force. And the things that they have said has to be spoken out, and that quote has to come forward and has to be repeatedly brought to the attention of a political party which is absolutely brazen about political brownie point scoring over our valor of our armed forces.
In the letter, the ex-servicemen have urged the President to take appropriate action to ensure that the apolitical nature of the armed forces is maintained. However, the office of the President had clearly denied receiving any sort of letters from the armed forces veteran. Earlier also, a group of 66 former bureaucrats had written a letter to the President alleging that how the Model Code of Conduct have been violated several times during the election rallies and how the Election Commission is doing nothing about it. The letter also carried out the names of some of the most decorated and well-known military veterans, that includes General S.F. Rodrigues, General Shankar Roy Chaudhary, General Deepak Kapoor. However, some of the veterans who were the signatories in the letter have denied signing it. The news agency ANI reported that some of these 150 ex-servicemen were nowhere involved with the letter and how their consent were not taken to any of such letters. Well, it remains a big question now who wrote the letter and how it includes the name of these signatories who clearly deny it. However, even though the letters were written or not written by these ex-servicemen, it is indeed a matter of grave concern that the armed forces are being dragged into the political battlefield for their own purpose. For more news updates, log on to www.hwnews.in. Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.